We're finally going to get some peace and quiet after an extended storming period that's lasted more than a week and has given us gorgeous aurora views all over the world. Those stories and more in the news this week. We are finally calming down from some extended storming due to some fast wind that's been rattling the Earth's shield for over a week. That was due to a coronal hole that's now rotated to the sun's backside. And now what we're left with is this nebulous area here that kind of used to be a coronal hole, but it's been filling in quite rapidly. Now, maybe that's what's caused this extended storming period, because we're just not seeing the solar wind quiet down as fast as we're used to. But that's been wonderful for you amateur or your aurora photographers who have been taking pictures left and right all over the world with these beautiful aurora shows. Now, you amateur radio operators, on the other hand, have probably been very frustrated, but all of that is about to change. Switching to your M-flare threat meter, you can see the last time we even had C-class flares was back at the end of February. Since then, things have gotten quieter and quieter, and we're now hovering just above the B floor for X-rays. This means that we're barely having enough solar flux for amateur radio propagation, and this will continue as we get closer to solar minimum. Switching to our solar storm conditions, we actually have to go all the way back to March 1st to find some quiet times. That's when that big solar wind stream hit us and started rattling Earth's shield. The fast wind caused us to have storm conditions periodically over the last 8 days. That's over a week. But finally things are beginning to calm down, and we should start settling down over the next week or so. Switching to our solar storm and aurora possibilities over the coming week, as I've said, we're still calming down from this fast wind. We have not gotten back to slow solar wind yet, so NOAA is giving us a chance at high latitudes for active conditions and even a possibility for a minor storm. Probably not likely, but we are still kind of worried about that. Now, at mid-latitudes, we're only expecting unsettled conditions with about a 10 to 20% chance of active conditions over the next day or so, and then things will continue to calm down and continue to calm down. But the effects are lingering. It takes a long time for the Earth's shield to kind of stop rattling after it's been, stirred up a bit. So expect these conditions to get better over the next week and possibly over the next 2 weeks. Switching to your solar flare and particle radiation storm outlook over the coming week, we are very much in the green when it comes to solar flares. The Earth-facing disk is bare. All of the active regions have rotated to the backside of the sun, so we don't have to worry about flares at all. The only problem that brings us is that for you amateur radio operators, the solar flux is extremely low because we have no active regions to kind of keep the levels up. And this trend is going to continue probably for the next 5 days or so. So the space weather is finally calming down this week after an extended storm period. We had that fast solar wind that slammed Earth for over a week and gave us gorgeous aurora, but you aurora photographers can now finally go whew and put your cameras down and take a break, while you amateur radio operators and GPS operators can applaud the coming of the quiet. Now, of course, this does present its own problems because we have issues with solar flux staying at high enough levels for propagation, but at least things are going to be shh for the next week. I'm Tamitha Scove. Thank you for watching.